Happy, glorious Friday. Hope everyone's having an amazing day. I've definitely been having an amazing day so far. I did some salt room therapy in a massage chair this morning and a reformer Pilates. And then I've been hanging out in my backyard reading my yoga book, The Miracle of Mindfulness. And wow, I'm just loving this book, and I'm also at the same time reading The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle as well. And I've realised definitely how much of my life, like I do spend a lot of time trying to be present and trying to be in the present moment, but I've realised how much I'm really not. He talks about at the start of this book, are you washing the dishes to wash the dishes? Or are you washing the dishes to have your cup of tea? Now, I don't know about you, but I know I definitely spend most of my life going through with my to-do list. So I'm like, all right, I've got to quickly wash the dishes now, and then I've got to do this over here, and I've got to do this here, and then I'm going to And then, when I'm having my cup of tea, I'm sitting there thinking about the 16 million other things that I've got to get to next or do next, or while I'm having my cup of tea, I'm returning emails. I'm not even really mindfully drinking my cup of tea. He tells another story about a guy who's eating a tangerine. And he's eating the tangerine and just talking and talking and just shoving the piece in, and keeps talking and talking and getting the next piece ready and just shoving that in when he's finished. And he's not even like mindfully, go away fly, he's not even mindfully eating it and savouring the taste. And how often do we do that? We eat when we're in a rush, we eat in front of the TV, we eat on our phones, like distracted, and we're not even actually concentrating properly on chewing and the flavours and stuff like that. I only started reading this book about a week ago, but I have definitely tried to be more mindful since reading it, and I've already noticed some beautiful changes. So now I do, like when I wash the dishes, I'm like washing the dishes. When I'm showering my body, I'm showering my body. When I'm eating food, I'm best as possible. Going back to the beautiful mindful eating that we got taught on our meditation teacher class earlier this year in June. So he talks about how if you're not being mindful, like when you're not being mindful and you're not doing something consciously, then it's like you're not actually really living. So you're so living towards the future all the time and what you've got to do next and what's happening next, that you're not actually living in the present moment. It's almost like the present moment doesn't exist because you're always looking for the future. And I was also reading about, are you the kind of person that's going, okay, life's not great right now, but when I do X, Y, Z in the future, then my life is going to be better. I've shared this on some of my videos before. So it's when you've got the new boyfriend, when you've got the new house, when you've got the new latest whatever it is that you want in your life, is it then that you're going to be happy? Is it then, after you've achieved all those things and you've done all those things and you've got all those other things, then are you going to be happy? Because what happens is when you get those things, then you're just looking for more things to want and to get. And so you're always living in the future, and you're always striving, I'm just going to put that down, and you're always striving for something else that's not in your reality right now. So what if you can actually just be really mindful and grateful for everything that's happening in your life in each moment? And wash the dishes, just to wash the dishes and just be mindful, just enjoy it. I actually, weirdly enough, enjoy watching dishes. I'm a freak. I actually find it fun. I have my tunes on or whatever, or I just go into a beautiful space. But yeah, maybe just like try that. He suggests if you do it for one day a week, but even if you can just try it for a couple of hours, go through some of your chores and some of your life and just mindfully do it. Give it your 100% undivided attention. When you're doing something, don't be thinking about what else it is that you've got to do next and next and next and next. Try as hard as you can to just be doing something and just living in that moment of just, being grateful. Be grateful that you're alive. Be grateful that you can wash the dishes, and just enjoy washing the dishes. If you're going to give yourself time to sit down and have a cup of tea, don't just smash the cup of tea. Mindfully just sip it and enjoy it, instead of always thinking about what's next and what's happening next, like to try and be in the present moment. So I thought that's just been really profound for me. I'm loving all this yoga reading. Actually, it's been quite awesome, and we're doing our magic gratitude at the moment. as well, so that's been lovely. And speaking of yoga, I've also noticed that I'm going to a new studio now, and it's very different at that studio compared to the studios I've been to in the past, where it's more sort of old ladies and housewives and whatever, and it's not hardcore yoga. And now I'm going to a yoga studio that's like a lot more sort of hardcore yoga, and there's some moves going on in that class that I've almost never seen before in my life. And when I first started going there, I was like feeling a bit, oh my God, because I can't do so many of the things. Like, I was like, thank God I'm going there before my teacher training, so I just don't have a total heart attack when I get there in January. But now, I've really switched it with this gratitude, to just be present and just not worry about what everyone else is doing, and just be with me on the mat. And yesterday, when I did yesterday's class, instead of feeling like I'm not enough or I'm not good enough because I couldn't do some of the miraculous moves that other people were doing around, I did 80-90% of that class bloody beautifully and bloody well, and I was so grateful that I was alive and capable and able to do all the moves that I did do, and that I got to enjoy being in that space on the mat for me, because I've been going through some stuff lately, so I've really needed the nurturing that yoga gives me, and just really putting the ego aside and not comparing myself to somebody else, and not caring so much about what everyone else is doing, because I really found that there was moments where over the last few weeks where that has come up for me a bit, where I'm like, I'm not good enough, I can't do what everyone else is doing. And so I've just had to really bring it back to, why do I do yoga in the first place? I do it because it's healing and it's nurturing for my soul. And so I've really just come back to a space of just being grateful for what I can do and how far I've achieved. 4 years ago I couldn't do half the stuff that I do now, so I've just got to be focused on being grateful for that. And I think just also taking that into a metaphor just for the rest of life as well, not just on a yoga mat. So being grateful for what you've got in your life and what you can do in your life, even though it's not perfect. So just say your health's not 100%, be grateful for what you have got, because you can walk, someone else might not even have legs to even walk. And if you can get up and open your eyes and be alive, be grateful for all the things that you do have, instead of focusing on the 10 or 20% of things that you don't have. I think that's like a really, really special way to live your life, just to kind of put the ego aside and just come and live from your heart, and really just see what you've got in your life that you can be truly, truly grateful for, because every moment that we're alive on this planet really is a special, amazing gift. And when you do have the amazing gift of being alive, why would you want to waste it not living? Wash the dishes to wash the dishes. Enjoy the cup of tea. Enjoy spending time with your beautiful friends, if that's what you're doing. Like, whatever you're doing, give yourself 100% to it. Try and be as present as you can, and enjoy all of those moments, whether it's eating an apple, socializing with your friends, meditating, go even work. You've chosen your job, you've chosen to be there. Don't just wish the day away so it becomes 5 o'clock and you can rush out the door. Enjoy every moment that you get to actually have that job and the people that you work with, and have that income. Just find gratitude and appreciation, and try to be present and mindful. Anyway, it's my little happy Friday message. I'm hoping everyone's having such a beautiful, amazing day. I'm so glad I gifted myself this time. I was supposed to be in a course yesterday, today, tomorrow and Sunday, and I would have had to leave here at 6:30 a.m. every day, and because I was feeling a bit run down and fighting something off, I listen to my body now. In the past, I would have gone, pop a Panadol, you'll be right, soldier on, and I would have just forced my way through. And now, if my body gives me a message, I tune into it and I listen. I listen with love and compassion. And so this is my radical self-love. The last few days I've just been yogaing and salt rooming and reading and sleeping, and now I'm 90% magical and fabulous and amazing again, ready for Soul Sister tonight. So really loving the fact that I've learned to love myself so much and put myself first, no matter what. Anyway, I hope you all do that too. Happy weekend. Bye. Love, light and gratitude.